Order! Order! You are an incorrigible delinquent at times. Behave yourself, man!
Urgent action is needed to give pregnant women and new mothers more protection at work after a shocking increase in discrimination, say MPs. The Women and Equalities Committee is calling for the government to act, following a report published earlier this year which indicated that the number forced to leave their jobs after giving birth has almost doubled to 54,000 since 2005. Judith Moritz has been hearing from women who've been affected.
Meeting me for a coffee, these three women all have something in common. They've seen at first hand that pregnancy can lead to redundancy. Jolie Brearley was sacked by voicemail after announcing she was pregnant. That's an experience familiar to Danielle Ayres, a lawyer who helps expectant mums in exactly that position. Entrepreneur Jane Kenyon says employers can't always cope when women go on maternity leave.
As a woman, I want the rights of women to be protected, but I'm also an employer. And I've also been in a situation several times where I've had a key member of staff go on maternity. It is really hard. And once it nearly took me out of business, and the second time I weathered the storm.
You had a bad experience, didn't you? Tell me what happened.
I found myself 4 months pregnant and unemployed. And that is terrifying. It's a really, really terrifying experience because what do you do then? Do you start applying for new jobs? Do you go for interviews when you're clearly pregnant? Do you try and hide it and do you lie? You're so vulnerable when you're pregnant. You feel so vulnerable.
You talk to ladies in this situation, Danielle. Are you seeing that increase?
There's a very steady stream and a very high volume of calls constantly.
And what about the kind of jobs, the kind of women who are talking about it? Is it cutting across all walks of life?
Yeah, every single sector. You don't find that it is just like bankers that talk about it or people that are employed by government organisations. It's a vast range of people. You know, we speak to people on a daily basis, teachers, cleaners. So you can't pinpoint that it's only happening here. It's just across the board.
Does it surprise you in 2016 that this is the experience of a growing number of women?
It doesn't surprise me, it disappoints me.
We need to create solutions that enable mothers and fathers to have careers and deal with their situation at home effectively.
Yeah. And there needs to be more guidance for employers in this situation because the vast majority of them do want to do the right thing and they do want to support expectant mothers, but half the time they just don't know how to do it or the right way around doing it.
And that was Danielle Ayres there talking to our correspondent Judith Moritz.
I've been getting away with it.